Hello everyone, welcome to Ruby on Rails demo. This is Krishnaveni. I'm going to take this demo for your understanding. Today we are going to talk about Ruby on Rails, a web application development tool. In earlier days, we have used lots of websites. Nowadays, we are using lots of web applications. Web applications can be built on lots of applications. For example, you can use PHP, .NET, J2EE to build your web applications. But why we are going for Ruby on Rails? Ruby on Rails is one of the framework which is used to build your web applications in very quick manner. So the magic behind Rails framework is simplicity and fast and reliable. So you can able to develop your web application very quickly comparing with other programming languages. So let us start with the introduction part, then we can go ahead with the course curriculum and the idea about this course. So whenever you are talking about Ruby on Rails, it's a framework. You should understand how this is working. So it's a framework which is used to develop your web application, and it is working according to Model View Control Pattern, that is called MVC. MVC is nothing but it's denoting the concept of front end, back end and middleman. So front end is called as view, back end is called as database, that is model, and controller is the middleman where it's controlling the business logic. So MVC is a common pattern most of the programming languages are using. Rails is also using the same. So if you are talking about Ruby on Rails, in one word we can say it's a full stack framework. So Ruby on Rails was written in Ruby. David Heinemeier Hansson, simply DHH, he is the author of Ruby on Rails, and Rails was released on July 2004. So nearly uh, 13 years has been passed, but still Rails is rocking due to its simplicity. You can wonder what is the name Ruby on Rails. So how this is naming is coming and why that kind of fancy name is there for this framework. So I will let you know. Before that, you should know Ruby and Rails are different. You need to take it into two terms, Ruby and then Rails. So Ruby is an interpreted programming language which is object oriented, and it's similar to C++ or Java. Ruby is designed to make the programmer happy. Actually, it was released by another man, Mats. His name is actually he is a Japanese. His name is Yukihiro Matsumoto, but we are calling him as Mats. So he has released Ruby in 1993. Why Ruby become much familiar right now is the syntax difference between other programming languages and Ruby. So Ruby is very easy to learn. So it will be having very simple syntax. So you will be writing very less code. That's why we are using this Ruby to develop this Rails framework. As I told you earlier, this Rails framework is written in Ruby programming language. That's why we are having this name for this framework, Ruby on Rails. Rails is written in Ruby programming language, right? So that's why we are using this Ruby for simplification purpose. So your coding will be very simple, very fast, and you will be writing very less code, and debugging and maintenance of the code will be very simple. Okay, so I will explain it with the difference between a Java code and then Ruby code. So right now let us say I'm going to write a Java program. It's a sample Java program. It's not just giving you the syntax. Okay, so it's a Java program which is used to display your name or display something for 3 times. So if you are writing a Java code, you will be writing something. Public static void main. This is the main functionality. After that, you need to initiate a looping structure. So this looping structure will go for 3, and we need to make it I++, and after that you need to open the close brace and you need to print something for that. Whatever you want to print, you need to use print.println. So this is just a syntax to print something maybe for 3 times in your Ruby code. Okay. So, and you need a terminator and then close brace and again close brace. So after this one, you need to save the file with the .java extension. After you need to compile the code, then you need to execute the code. So these are the things you need to do for displaying a Ruby for 3 times. So what would be the output of this code when you do that? Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. If there is any syntax mistake, please forgive me. It's not the correct code. I'm just writing out the syntax. How you will be writing in Java. That's it, okay? How many lines of code? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me put line numbers. So totally 10 lines of code. Okay. So we are writing 10 lines of code to do that particular printing of Ruby for 3 times. So initially we will be having compilation step and execution step. So these are the stuff we will be using when you are doing it with Java. So similarly, if you want to do the same with Ruby, you can do it like this. So I'm just doing it in a single line and you can get the output on the go. Okay, can you able to see? It's just a single line of code. How this is possible means Ruby is a interpreted language. So interpreted language means it don't need the compilation step. In Java or C++, we need to do the compilation because it cannot understand your logic. You should convert your logic into machine code. Then only you can able to execute and you can able to get the output. So that process is called compilation. But in Ruby, the compilation step is not necessary. It can understand your coding, so it can give you the output on the go. Okay, so that is called interpreted language. So this is a Ruby interpreter. So in this Ruby interpreter, I am giving just one line of code, 3 dot times puts Ruby. That will print the output Ruby for 3 times. Okay, so you will be getting this output very quickly. This is the very simple syntax. You can see comparing with 10 lines of code, here I can do the same thing with Ruby in a single line. Even I don't need any file, any kind of compilation step, execution step. It is giving you the output directly. That's why, like this syntax wise, Ruby is very simple to use. That's why we are telling this one. So it is having very simple syntax, English like syntax, so you can understand. Anyone can understand from this code. 3 dot times puts Ruby. Anyone without having a basic knowledge about Ruby, they can able to understand this coding. What is this? Okay. So anyone can learn Ruby very easily. Okay, so that's the magic behind this Rails framework, because the Rails framework is written in core Ruby language. So the syntax wise, the semantic wise, and the debugging wise, everything is simple. That's why we are telling Ruby on Rails can able to complete your web application very quickly. I mean, you can able to write your very applications very quickly because the developer will write very less number of code, right? And as a fresher or as a already experienced guy, you may be having the question, so what is the professional course we can do? So if you are doing that kind of course, which may be a unique course, and what kind of course we can choose, so you may have this kind of decisions in your mind to choose your career path. Maybe you're a fresher or maybe you're an experienced guy, you want a particular change in your career at the time. I think that's why you are looking at this demo. I know that. Anyway, it is my duty to explain that why this course is suitable for you. Okay, so the first one I can tell you, you have chosen a unique course, because Ruby on Rails is a unique course. Common courses is also there. I can tell you J2EE, ASP, .NET, or PHP. Everything is a common course. We know that. But some courses are there like this Ruby on Rails, which is a unique one. You should get it from skilled developers, otherwise skilled programmers, otherwise you need to get it from a skilled trainers. Okay, because this is a unique course and it can be easily taught, easily taken by you. I mean, you can easily grasp and you can easily learn that. So that's why we are telling it's a unique course. So your choice is correct. You have chosen a unique course, but you should know why. Okay, why you have chosen this course? Because the job market and then the job opportunities, everything is high. You already know that. That's why you are having this have in your mind and you are watching this demo. I know that. Anyway, I'm explaining comparing with Java or PHP, Oracle, Rails, CAD, anything. The right choice would be Rails course because of these comparisons. Okay, I'm telling you have chosen the Rails, that is the correct one, because of this following comparisons. So if I tell you the advantages of the course, you can able to get something very quickly. The first one is the scope of the course. Okay, so the scope of the course is very high. Please listen. The scope means lifetime, because Rails has been released nearly 13 years back. Okay, but still now Rails is rocking because of that particular scope it is having. Okay, so it's having high priority in the job market. I'm not blaming other courses are having average scope in the market. So it will be gradual, it's not high, it will be a gradual one, and more jobs will be there, more job openings there will be there in the job market. Not only in job market, US, UK, and in locally in India, as well as all over the world. Okay, so if you are taking this course from anywhere, maybe US or UK or Australia, maybe or in from India or all over the world, so more job openings are there. Okay, so high priority is there for this particular course. Okay, and more job openings are there. Other courses is also having average scope, so they will be having average regular stuff. So all the openings will be there, that is very average, and the course is having short term learning. You can able to complete the course within 30 to 40 hours. Okay, I'm talking about the standard time. If you are a fresher, if you don't know anything about that, you need some kind of time, and if you can able to do that within 2 months of time, you can able to take this course. Okay, so the learning time will be very short. If you are taking other course like PHP or Java, anything, it will take something long term. Okay, it will take some long term to complete the course, and even you need to spend 3 to 6 months in the course to make it mastering. If you want to do a mastering in that course, you need to do it in a long term. Okay, so these are the possibilities, I mean high priority possibilities, otherwise advantages when you compare Ruby on Rails with other course. Okay, it's having high priority in the job market, more job openings are there, and short learning time is very short. Okay, so these are the steps. And one more thing I want to tell you. So in the last 10 IT years, okay, it is the job trend for Ruby is very high, because Ruby is not only Ruby on Rails. Ruby is having lots of branches: testing side, web development, cloud computing, like that. It is having lots of branches. Okay, so according to that particular job trends from Indeed.com, in the last 10 years, okay, Ruby is having lots of openings. So you can see that orange color indication is the Ruby related jobs. Okay, nearly it's having high demand in the market. Okay, so other Python, Perl, Java, PHP is also there, but that is the average one. But Ruby is having high trend in the job market, and even the developers growth all around the world. Ruby on Rails developer, so nearly 4 billion people are using Ruby on Rails. If you're taking the same 10 years back, it's just 3 lakhs people are using all around the world, so including me. So we have nearly 11 years of experience in this field. Okay, so at that time, I'm talking about 2006 2007, at the time only 3,000 people were in India. Okay, in US and UK, all around the world, only 3 lakhs people are using that Ruby on Rails. But right now, within this 10 years, nearly 4 billion people are using this Ruby on Rails. I mean 4 billion developers are coming and learning this course, and they are developing their own applications. Why this gradual growth is there? Because Ruby on Rails has become very popular, and people like you who's taking the course, or a fresher or experienced guys, are migrating to Ruby on Rails. So they are choosing their career path with Ruby on Rails. That's why it's having this kind of growth, tremendous growth. Okay, so these are some stuffs you should know for how this Ruby on Rails is having demand in the market. Okay, and also you should know what are the companies using that. Okay, so in US and all around the world, companies like Amazon.com, CNET, Capgemini, IBM, Oracle, NASA, Yahoo, Siemens, Electronic Arts, Oakley. So these companies are using Ruby on Rails for their internal application, as well as lots of they are developing lots of products on that. Okay, so these are the main companies all over the world we are using Ruby on Rails. And also you may ask what are the websites we are using in real time. I have listed a few here, but lots of web applications are there. So I'm not sure how many of you know Twitter is written in Ruby on Rails. Okay, so you should know that Twitter we are using in everyday life, right? Yellow Pages, SlideShare, and whatever other things, Shopify, um, Basecamp, GitHub, lots of web applications are already written in Ruby on Rails. Okay, there is I can give you some links for reference that later I will give you, but lots of nearly 200 million, 200 billion websites has been already written in Rails. Okay, lots and lots of web applications. I have listed few which is very familiar for us. Twitter, SlideShare, Yellow Pages. We are using these things in our everyday life. Okay, so that's the thing I want to tell you. And whenever you are talking about this comparison of this course with other courses, especially I want to give a comparison between PHP and Java, because if you're talking a web application, everyone will be eager to learn PHP or J2EE or Java, something like that. So here I have given some points for comparing these things with the leading programming languages like PHP and Java. Okay, so this red color indication is Rails, blue color indication is PHP, and then orange color indication is Java. Okay, as you are already having a knowledge on the development, any web application development on anything, you can have this idea for scaling, development speed, development tools, and then maintainability. So I think you should know this. Scaling, we will be put the effort on the initial part. Development speed, how we are developing that particular web application, that is related to time. Development tools, what are the softwares you are using for that, that is called development tools. Maintainability means fixing the errors and bugs and reproducing the code, that is called maintainability. So when you are talking about in these scenarios, so scaling need very less effort in Rails, can you see? So that scaling need very less effort, and in PHP that is too high. For Java it is moderate. Okay, but Rails is having very less on scaling. Development speed, when you're talking about the development speed, it's very high. As I told you, the developer will write very less code, so the development speed is very high. Okay, and PHP it's okay, but Java you already know, writing Java code and debugging, and it will take a lot of time. So whenever your development speed is just very high with comparing with PHP or Java. In Rails, it's very high. Development tools necessary for Rails is very low, because Rails is a full stack framework. All the materials, all the tools, all the software which is needed for your entire Rails application development will comes with Rails by default. That's why it's called as full stack, preloaded with all the stuffs. That's why it's called full stack framework. Okay, but Java we need to depend on lots of third-party tools. For example, Apache, NetBeans, like that we will be depending on all other third-party tools. Okay, that's why the development tools are very less in Rails as well as PHP. Okay, and the maintainability, so bug fixing, removing the errors, okay, and then optimizing the code, like that maintainability. So if you are having proper Ruby on Rails knowledge, you can maintain my code, I can maintain your code, because the code will be very less. Okay, anyone can maintain the code. So that's why we are telling maintainability is very high. Maintainability is very high effort, and for PHP and Java it's very low. Okay, so these are the factors why Ruby on Rails become very familiar in the development field. Okay, so scaling, development speed, development tools, and then maintainability, these things are very important things in your uh, web application development. So in that, Rails is giving you best outcomes. That's why we are having Rails as a competition with PHP and then Java. That's why we are, I'm not telling we are simply migrating, we are leaving Java or we are leaving PHP and migrating to Rails. we are accepting Rails is also doing the same kind of stuff. If you are having a very big projects, if you are having a very big ideas, and you can go with Java. If you are having startup projects, very moderate project, at the time also there is no need to go for the traditional way. You can go with some simplest way that you can do the applications very quickly. That's why we are choosing Rails for that. Okay. So in simple three reasons, I can list out the reasons why we are using Ruby on Rails means. First one, it's simple and powerful. Second one, it is giving you productivity. Third one, it is fast and reliable. These are the reasons why we are going for Ruby on Rails. Okay, simple and powerful. See, earlier days we have used button phones, button mobile phones. Right now we are using touching phones. Why? Is the mobile phones, I mean, if the button phones are not good, or the touch phones are not good, not like that. Both of the things is also there right now. Button phones is also there, smartphones, touch phones is also there. But why we are using touch phone means it is very simple, right? And it is very fast. So in a single touch you can make a call. In a single touch you can able to send SMS, right? So for that we are not blaming the traditional button phones. It is also there. Without button phone we don't have the touch phones, right? But we are using touch phones right now, smartphones. So it is making your work much simpler. Okay, why we need to stick with the old stuffs? Like that, Ruby on Rails is making your applications very quickly. So it can able to complete your product on time. That's why we are using this Ruby on Rails. Why we need to stick with the old programming languages like PHP or J2E or ASP.NET. So Ruby on Rails is just simple and powerful tool. It is increasing your productivity and it is giving you fast and reliable solution. That's why we are going for this Ruby on Rails. Okay. So these are the basic things you should know how this Ruby on Rails is good for us. I mean good for your career, right? So whenever we have chosen this Rails, no one is there to learn, taught these things to us. But right now, lots of courses are there, lots of predefined quality topics and very well organized topics are there for your learning purpose. Okay. Now I will show you the curriculum, what we are going to cover in this particular entire syllabus, but you should know value of this course. That's why we are explaining these basic stuffs. So it's giving you simple and powerful solution. It is increasing your productivity and it is fast and reliable solution. So these are the reasons you should learn Ruby on Rails. Okay. Now let me open this course curriculum for you. So in this course, we will be talking about Ruby on Rails, and other stuffs. 1 minute, let me open the course content. So the course curriculum will be covering this. Okay. We will be talking about initially about Ruby and Ruby on Rails, and then architectural part, and then MVC. I told you no, MVC, Model View Controller. Okay. After this installation, after that we will be starting about Ruby. See, it's a combination of front end, back end, and Ruby course. Ruby on Rails, right? You should learn about Rails as well as Ruby. So we will quickly jump into Ruby, and we will be having the introduction basic part to Ruby, from object orientation concepts up to the expectation exceptions operator. We will be talking about Ruby for sometimes 5 to 7 hours. We will be talking about Ruby. Once you got the basic knowledge about Ruby, you can able to understand Rails framework very simply. That's why. Okay, it's a combination of Ruby, Rails, and then backend database. So it's a combination of front end, back end, and all the concepts. Okay. After completing this Ruby topic, we will again get back to Rails. So we will be talking about model. Model is active record. We will be talking about the backend database in detail. That will have these much topics. After that, we will be talking about the controller, middleman. Like that, we will be having these topics. After that, we will be talking about the action view. That is nothing but the front end part, view, HTML part in detail. After that, we will be talking about the sending emails and then Ruby gems. So when you complete these steps, we will be talking about the deployment and production. Very, very important part in your application. So how you can make your go live. Okay. So that is the part. So we will be talking about the deployment and then real time production servers. Okay, so these are the course we will be covering, course curriculum we will be covering in this entire time. So after that you will be having daily assignments, weekly based test, online test, written test. Okay, so you will be doing a simple assignment every day, and you will be developing a mini project while you are taking the theory part. So you will be doing daily assignments, week online test, okay, weekly test, and you will be doing mini projects. So the hands-on will be more. Comparing with theoretical part, you will be having more hands-on. Hands-on means you will be doing lot of practical part, not theoretical session. It's not going to be complete PPT presentation. It's going to be hands-on like this. So I will be, we will be leading you in the way you should have lots of practical session knowledge. Okay, so that's the thing we will be doing. So that's it about the course curriculum. It's a combination of Ruby, Ruby on Rails, and then database part. Okay, front end, back end, so the prerequisite required for this course is actually there is no prerequisite. So if you have the knowledge on HTML or CSS with basics, that would be helpful, but not necessary. Okay, and JavaScript is also just it will be helpful, but it is not also mandatory. And basic knowledge about SQL, that is also okay. Basic knowledge about object oriented programming knowledge, that is also okay. And if you are having something about HTTP authentication or get post something, see, these are if you are having these knowledge, that will be good, but that is not at all necessary for that. If you are not able to have these ideas, or if you are lacking in these ideas, we will be covering in our syllabus itself. Okay, so at the time it will go for another 5 hours extra, but we will be covering these things in our Rails application itself. Okay, so don't worry about that. Actually there is no prerequisite for this necessary for this one, but if you are having this knowledge, that would be good. That's it. Okay, anyone can learn Ruby on Rails. Okay, fine. So these are the things you should know about your course curriculum. And yeah, so finally we can say, when you want to conclude, we can say Ruby on Rails is a unique course where you can take. Okay, so when you want to learn other programming languages, other web development course, anything, comparing with other programming languages like Java, J2E, or any Java related stuff, or PHP related stuff, or ASP.NET, anything, Rails is having best outcome. And whenever you are learning Ruby and then Rails, that is equivalent to learning all other web development courses. Okay, so that's the conclusion I want to say. So you have chosen the right course, you have chosen the correct career path. So don't hesitate to start this course. So after taking this course, you can able to get into the web application development for sure. Okay, you can able to survive in any project. Okay, so this course is a short-term course, but it will make you as a web developer very quickly. Okay, so that is the advice I want to tell you. With this, I'm just closing the demonstration. If you want to take this course, you just contact that particular person, okay, in person. They will be giving you the guidance how to take this course. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening this demo video. Have a good day.